Today on Cody in the Cinema, I'm reviewing Send Help, the Sam Rami directed film starring Dylan O'Brien in a really good role from Rachel McAdams, who sort of carries this thing at times on her shoulders. This is a good but not quite great film with some serious issues that I liked and I would recommend seeing, probably renting. I don't know if I'd shell out the cash to go to the theater. I didn't. I got to see it for free because of a coupon, a gift card kind of thing, but I did like it. And yeah, let's talk about it. So Sam Rami, if you're unfamiliar, he directed the Evil Dead films, originals, and Rachel McAdams, we've seen her frequently elevate better material almost on her own at times. She was good in The Wedding Crashers, even The Notebook, she made that a lot better. She is in this office job. She's being exploited, abused, trampled over by a series of arrogant CEOs and men who don't care about anything other than themselves, their wallets, and other women. And she does a really good job of being this socially awkward, physically repulsive woman, something that's hard, I would imagine, for Rachel McAdams to do. Really good acting there. And eventually, of course, if you've seen the trailers, you look at the film, she ends up, however it happens, which you find out, alone on an island with her overbearing, awful boss, played by Dylan O'Brien. He's pretty good. I liked him. I think he's, like, if you're thinking about this being something of a buddy comedy, horror comedy at times, he's going to be a little bit more of the straight man, and then she's like the more like goofy one, and that kind of a pairing. And she is. There's a lot of good comic timing on her part that I think, you think about some of the comic talents of the past. I saw a little bit of Catherine O'Hara in there, and I think that was cool, especially in the beginning. You can see her channeling that great actress, may she rest in peace. And then some Jack Lemmon in there even. She's really, I think she found some good strides here, and she did a lot with this material that I'm just not sure any actress could have done. And she really kept it human and touching. And there's a scene where she has a pretty heart-to-heart with Dylan on the beach, and there's some alcohol, and it's kind of pulls at your heartstrings. She's a good actress. And, I remember at Midnight in Paris, right? She's really good in that one, in kind of a meaner role. And there is something of an arc for that character. There are some reasons why she makes some of the decisions she does. Good justifications there that I think were important. If you're looking, Sam Rami is known for those goofy kind of excessively bloody horror comedy stuff. Like, that's there. The checklist is here from him. I'm not sure it's like quite his most amazing work, and I'm not sure it really breaks any new ground for him, but it's there. The checklist is there. This is a Sam Rami checklist. Yep, it's there. Okay, I can live with it. The part of this movie I did want to talk about that was concerning to me, that really bumped this down a few notches for me, and maybe it's just because I'm this guy that watches these Criterion films and always watch these great films from these great directors. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit stuck up or something, but the visual part of this film was at times quite bad. Like there's a disaster thing that happens, and the effects in that were like truly laughable. Just the look of it doesn't look very good a lot of the time. It looks fake, artificial. It's a little too pristine at times. It's just like, I've seen better effects. I was thinking about other like films from the 30s, whenever they're a little bit dated and outdated, and those can sometimes look better. Like, this just wasn't convincing visually. There's an animal hunt in this, and that does not look good. So I'm a little disappointed at that part of it. It looked just downright fake at times, and it does take you out of it a little bit. But that's not really where the film, I think, is trying to find its strength. I think it's trying to find its strength in this character that Rachel McAdams plays, who has this conflicted past, this conflicted present, and how she's going to deal with being on an island alone with her boss. And that's good enough for the film. She does a lot there. There are people that are fans of literature and epic poetry. You're going to notice plenty of different nods to the Odyssey in terms of different like goddesses that are addressed, different pieces of the Poseidon or the Circe or the Polyphemus. Like, lots of that is in there. I thought that was kind of cool, and I really appreciated how that there's a moral complexity to it. Actually, there's not. I know that we talk about modern films a lot of times. The script is written in such a way that all the answers are constantly given to you in case you're playing on your phone. I think this film leaves a little bit more open to interpretation than I thought it might, and I liked where it went. And so I would say, looking at this thing from top to bottom, it's not a great movie. It's not going to be like one of those top of tier, thrillers, horror, anything like that. But it's certainly something worth seeing. I would say this is something that, like, the $5 DVD bin of Walmart, I would get it. Like, if I found a copy of it on DVD, I would get it. I would watch it on Tubi. I would rent it for a few bucks. I don't know that I would, if you like going to the theater a lot already and it's something that you regularly do, you're probably going to enjoy at least a lot of it. I did. I mean, but again, like, there's some things that needed worked on the editing room, especially on a technical level, because it was that distracting. So for me, I like to, if we're thinking about a Letterboxd D score, I gave this about a 3 out of 5, which means I liked it. I thought it had flaws, but ultimately the charisma of Rachel McAdams is good, and I liked the end. Some people didn't. I actually really liked how it tied all those pieces together. There were a couple of twists I didn't expect. It's a fun time, but could have been a lot more. So those are my thoughts. I wanted to know what your thoughts were on Send Help in the comments, and if you found this review helpful, want to click the like button for me, I'd appreciate it. And subscribe to Cody in the Cinema.